I'm in the heart of North Dallas at Princi Italian, located at the corners of Preston Road and Royal Lane. That would be on the northwest corner. I have the privilege and honor of being with the general manager, Michael Nickel. Michael, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Michael, tell us about the restaurant.
Well, we're an Italian restaurant. We've been here about 2 years. We specialize in house-made pastas and homemade wood-burning brick oven pizzas. We have a fantastic bar with a wine list comprised of a lot of boutique wineries and some very well-known wineries. Make a lot of our own classic cocktails with our Italian twist on them here. We're a neighborhood restaurant in a great neighborhood.
You know, the great thing about coming in here, everything is so open. You feel like you're in a living room in a home, and you got a great patio out there. Tell us about any private parties that you do.
Well, we don't do a lot of private parties because of the openness of the restaurant. The restaurant is really themed after a Tuscan farmhouse. We can't accommodate large parties, usually not private events unless they want to do the whole restaurant, but occasionally when the weather is correct, we can put our plastics down around our patio and make those into two small private rooms.
I love the wood burning oven. You must sell a lot of pizzas out of there.
We sell a lot of pizzas out of there. In fact, when we took over the spot, we gutted the entire building except for that pizza oven. The pizza oven's been here over 20 years. We had the gentleman who built it come back and refurbish the entire pizza oven. It's fantastic.
And can you give us some ideas of the types of pizza you might cook in there?
Well, some of our most popular ones, of course, pepperoni pizza is always one of the most popular, but we use a great pepperoni here. Our fig and gorgonzola pizza is outstanding. It's got the sweetness of figs with a little gaminess of some gorgonzola cheese. Also, our chicken pizza with caramelized onions and roasted pears is absolutely phenomenal.
And what about catering? Do you do any catering?
We do catering. We do catering, off-site catering. We have an entire company that we use for that, but we certainly do it out of our own our restaurant, so we do cater.
You know, I stopped by and spoke with the executive chef before you were available, and everything is so fresh. Everything is authentic, the way that it was made.
Well, we make everything in-house on a daily basis. We make our pasta dough every single day. We make our desserts every single day. We make our pasta and our pizza, pasta and pizza dough every single day. So our raviolis are made fresh every single morning. Our linguine, our fettuccine, made fresh every day.
Before we leave, what are your hours?
Hours of operation, we are open 364 days a year. We open at 11 o'clock every day, and we close at 9 o'clock on Sundays, 10 o'clock during the week, and 11 o'clock on the weekends.
It's such a pleasure to be here with you. You're so gracious. You allowed us to go back in the kitchen, talk with the executive chef. He's such a pleasure, such a gentleman. And the hospitality that you've offered us today, it's just unbelievable. We sure appreciate it.
Well, thank you. That's what we offer to everyone. We want everybody to have the Princi experience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm with Kevin Ascolese, the executive chef, Princi Italia. Where does that name come from, Chef?
Well, that name comes from a little town outside of Avellino, which is in southern Italy, which is just east of Naples. So Naples, Avellino, and a little town called Ascoli.
Will you cook something for us today?
Absolutely. I'd love to cook something for you in my beautiful wood-burning pizza oven over here.
Chef, this is the most beautiful scallop dish I've ever seen in my life. How did you do this?
Well, thank you. This is one of my favorite dishes on our menu. And this is a seared diver scallops in our pizza oven with a butternut squash and pea risotto and a red and yellow tomato saffron sauce. So we dice butternut squash up small little pieces, and we take English peas and saute those together and add our risotto, and then a little butter and Parmesan cheese, all the bad things that make it taste good. Then we sear our scallops in olive oil in our wood-burning pizza oven here, where we use oak and hickory to cook with. Those are good hardwoods. They get nice hard amber. Then we make a nice pan sauce with the drippings after we sear the scallops. Take them out and finish the sauce in the pan. Shaved garlic, red and yellow tomatoes diced up, little white wine, saffron water, as we call it, which is saffron and white wine mixed together to make our sauce, and a pinch of butter to mellow it out. Anything. Sometimes we get a little bitterness in there from the stuff. So the butter helps out to smooth things out and give a nice, mellow, smooth flavor.
When people see this on the video, Chef, you're going to have a line out the door for this dish.
This is a great dish. People love this dish, and we sell a lot of it. We do flatbreads here instead of bread service. So we have a tomato basil flatbread that we cook in our wood-burning pizza oven, once again with the hardwoods. It's, a simple flatbreads should be very simple. The focus should be on the actual bread and the dough themselves, and then a very minute amount of toppings. We put a very little bit of tomato sauce, fresh tomato, basil, and cook that in the oven and finish it off with fresh Parmesan and fresh basil when it comes out, but a very small amount because our emphasis here is not on toppings, it's on bread. And we want to do a nice little taste of bread here with our pizza bread and everything, and just get a few toppings on top that you can enjoy while you're eating your meal.
Unbelievable, Chef. Tell us about this dish.
This is a roasted mussels. We roast these in the pizza oven again. These are Prince Edward mussels. We get them fresh daily. This dish consists of diced fennel, shaved garlic, shallots, white wine. We use a shrimp broth in here. That really pops this dish. And then fresh tomatoes, basil, salt, pepper, and a little butter at the end. Throw it in the pizza oven, let it cook up till everything opens up, get nice roast flavor on it, pop it in the bowl.
Great for a meal or just an appetizer at the bar?
It's a good for both. I have a lady that comes in here, and I've seen her sit down and order this, and then order another one, and then order another one. At one sitting, I've seen her eat 3 of them, and she comes in here quite often. She'll eat 2 or 3 of them at a time, so it can be served. You can have this any way you like it.
Chef, what a pleasure to be with you today. You're such a gentleman. You're so pleasurable to be back in the kitchen and so professional. Everything is authentic. We really appreciate the time you spent with us today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. We try to do everything here as fresh as we can. That's the big compliments that we get. People say, what I love about your food is it tastes so fresh. So we try to make everything from scratch, not freeze anything, ground our own meats for all our sausages and meatballs and anything we do like that. We do as fresh as we possibly can.
Well, thank you so much.
Come see us.